go to Larry. Hey there, what do you think? A sad story.
A really sad story.
I
my
mean,
heart, my heart goes out to her. Mother of five, lost her pension a few months short of when she was
yeah.
going to get it, and really railroaded, according to the facts that have been presented. If
I
what
mean,
she
I think
says
that
is, go ahead.
doesn't that sort of make like what Trump did about the no chokehold just not invalid in the sense that they're not going to cross that blue line.
Well, the chokehold. I've talked to a number of police officers here in Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
In Pennsylvania, uh, chokeholds are not banned, but they're supposed to be used only as a last resort. Now,
Hmm.
if you ban them totally, there
Hmm.
could be situations where it's a single cop.
Hmm.
Suspect is out of control. The suspect has the advantage on him, and it could be
Hmm.
the cop's life. So, if you have a hard and fast rule of no chokeholds at all under any circumstances, I don't know if that's wise. But at the same time, if you don't ban them, they could be abused. So, it's a
Right,
it's a
right.
fine line there.
I
But
mean, because clearly in the George Floyd thing, the officer's life was not in danger or anything.
right, and there were enough
Yeah.
other cops around. They already had
Right,
him
exactly.
handcuffed. So, I mean, I think also what happens in situations like that, you apply a chokehold, and a guy struggles mightily when he has some breath left in order to get out of it, and
Right,
police could interpret that as continued resistance. But in that case, George Floyd, he was on him for so long, and the guy was
right,
going limp
exactly,
for so long
exactly.
that there doesn't seem
Yeah,
to be any justification for that.
yeah, yeah.
But in terms of of Cariol Horne,
Horn, yeah.
yeah, I mean, what an injustice, and of course the cops all stuck together, so she
Right,
didn't have anybody to testify on her behalf.
right,
So
right.
that kind of abuse should stop, and there should be a law where police are required to intervene when there's a
Right.
situation like that.
I mean, do you think things are getting better in terms of the police abuse and in that nature, or what's your sense?
There's two sides of that too, Kent. There's pros and cons on the effects of that because it's coming to a point now where I've spoken to cops personally where
Hmm.
they're thinking of leaving. I mean, they say
Really?
you're
Mm.
damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If they go out there, they know that the focus is on them now, how they're acting, even if it's good intentioned. It could be
Hmm.
misinterpreted. Then what happens? They lose their pension. They could be charged with murder or attempted murder or whatever. A lot of cops are saying, it's not worth it anymore.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
also, what you're getting here is a reaction in among whites that the blacks are pushing this too far. They're getting too extreme with political correctness. Everything is racial. Everything is, they're a victim and we're the oppressors all the time. So you're getting that reaction, which isn't conductive, which
But
isn't
I mean,
productive.
that's the reality, though. I mean,
To,
that's the
to some
case.
extent, it's a reality, Kent, but not in all cases. I mean, look at when these riots broke out. The police were told to stand down by mayors and governors and all that, and it led to violence. It led to
Yeah.
street break-in, chaos, and all that. And they were given a pass because they were protesting. So, and that was getting a bad reaction among the white
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the thing, I think most white people, there may be prejudices working there, there may be stereotypes, but most white people, I think, are fairly enlightened now, where they don't automatically condemn a black person. They're not automatically
Right.
applying mean things if they get a chance. It's become so hypersensitive that it's gone in the other direction, which also creates resentment.
Right.
So I'm saying,
All right, sir.
you can only push these things so far, but in the case of Cariol Horne, that was really an
Yeah.
injustice, and I hope she gets her pension back, and I hope they do investigate.
All right. So we'll talk tomorrow, and presumably you'll be less mean to me, right? Tomorrow.
Or you'll be less mean to me,
To
Ken.
you. Okay. All right.
All right.
See you later. Talk to you
Okay, bye
tomorrow.
now.